In this lesson, I will explain to you the difference between the descriptive and inferential statistics. So here I have written that statistics is divided into two main areas, or you can say two main categories. Simply I will make this that statistics is divided into two categories. One is called the descriptive and other one is the inferential. Now what is the difference between them? As we have discussed in our last lesson, the definition of statistics, that in statistics we collect data, organize data, summarize data, and at the end we make some conclusions and present our data to our audience. When we apply these features of the statistics, it is called the descriptive statistics, or simply you can say that we deal our data in detail in the descriptive statistics. On the other hand, inferential statistics is based on our estimation, right? If I will say that this year 10% people will claim automobile insurance. So this is just my idea. This is just my estimate. So estimate is inferential statistics, or detail is the descriptive statistics. And one more thing, that in inferential statistics we deal with the sample, right? So this is the main difference between descriptive and inferential statistics. Here I have written some detail of the descriptive statistics with some example, that in descriptive statistics the statisticians tries to describe a situation. Now what is the meaning of this describe a situation? So suppose a grocery store, they sell eggs, bread, milk and fruit. These are the four items, and the total they are selling 100 items, and we do not know. Suppose 25 are eggs, 30 are bread, 40 are milk, remaining are fruit, but we do not know total items they are selling 100. And at the end, when they collect data, organize data, summarize data, at the end they find out that 30 out of 100, see, the focus is on 100 because we know the total amount they are selling, 30 out of 100 were milk. Then one description of the data on the grocery store items sold would be that 30% were milk. If I will say 30% were fruit, and we do not know this total amount, 30% of what? 30% of 1000, 2000, 1 million what? If we do not know, if on the basis of my estimation I will say 30% were milk or fruit, but we do not know the exact figure, then it will consider as the inferential statistics. But if we know the number, and I will say 40%, 10%, whatever percent of this 100 or 1000, then it will consider as the descriptive statistics. One more example, that the same grocery store may conduct a study on the number of bread sold each day for a month and determine an average of 20, right? For 1 month they just observe, and at the end of the month they find out that average 20 were bread. So when you will see the word average, it means again this is the descriptive statistics. So average an example of the descriptive statistics. Another example about the census conducted by any country in every 10 years. Results of this census give you the average age, income, gender and some other features of the population. To obtain this information, the government must have some means to collect significant data, right? When the countries do their census, so they collect their data, they organize the data, summarize the data, and at the end they present the data in the form of a charts, reports, graphs or tables. How many females are there, how many males are there, what is their income, what is their age. So whenever they present their data, or you present your data in the form of a chart, reports, graph, it will consider a descriptive statistics. So here I have written a graphical representation of the data is another method of the descriptive statistics. When we made our conclusions, sometimes we use pie chart, sometimes we will use bar charts or histogram. All these charts we will learn in this course with the help of a Microsoft Excel. So whenever you will see any histogram, bar graph, pie graph, it means they are presenting their descriptive statistics data, right? So now inferential statistics. Inferential statistics is based on estimation. If you will read, I have written the same thing. The sample is the set of data taken from the population to represent the population, and probability distribution, hypothesis testing, correlation testing, regression analysis all fall under the category of inferential statistics. And we will also discuss this in our course. In inferential statistics, answers are never 100%. If someone will ask you why in inferential statistics the answers are not 100%, as I have told you that in inferential statistics we deal with the sample of a data, not the population. You know now what is the difference between population? Each and every person, while sample is the subset. So if we are using the sample or subset, definitely we cannot present our data 100%. So you have to say this sample does not include every measurement from the population. And now you will read this very slowly. Inferential statistics makes inferences about population using data drawn from the population instead of using the entire population. See, we are not using the entire population to gather the data. A statistician will collect sample, and samples is the set of population. So if we are using the sample, then our result is never 100%. Inferential statistics, we use sample, right? Okay, now move on. Here I have made a chart. That same thing here I have explained with the help of a chart, that statistics is divided into two categories. Here is the describe. We describe the situation in the descriptive statistics. So when we describe in the form of graphs, tables, numbers, it is descriptive statistics. In inferential statistics, which is based on sample, we estimate 20% will claim home insurance this year. Test, or it is on the basis of test, right? So here again I have written some example for you, that 30% out of 100 work milk. This is the same example which we have discussed earlier, that 30% out of 100 work milk. You have to tell your answer whether this is the descriptive or inferential. But please keep in mind, if you will say descriptive or inferential, you should know the reason. If you know the reason, then you will learn more. Why it is descriptive, why it is inferential. So this is descriptive. Now the question is why. You have to think, because here I said 30% out of 100. We know that we are finding the 30% of this figure. Here is the same example. 30% people have A type blood. This is inferential. Why this is inferential? Because we do not know 30% of what? 30% of 1000, 1 million, 20,000, 50,000, what? Only this is our estimate, that 30% people have A type blood. If it is estimate, then this is inferential. If the figure is given, whatever, 10% of 1000, 20% of 1 million, if you know, then this is descriptive. 1000 people died with cholera in 2015. This is the descriptive. Why descriptive? Because this number is given here. If I will say 20% people died in cholera, then it will be inferential. It is just my idea or estimate, right? So here I have written some practice problem for you. So you have to pause the video here. One by one, you have to think over it, write down your answer, whether it is descriptive or inferential. In 2000, there were 10,000 deaths from the flu. So, okay, if I will say this is descriptive, which is descriptive, then you have to think the reason why, because the number is given 10,000. This is your practice problem, but I'm just helping you, okay? In 2005, 80% of US adults use the internet. So 80% of what? We do not know. It means this is the inferential. And the third is average jackpot for the top 10 lottery winners were 200 million. As I have told you, whenever you will see average, it means this is the descriptive statistics. right? Here I have explained to you the answer as well. The same way as we will move ahead in this course, you have to pause the video, you have to think, write your answer. But the good thing is, in the next slide I have written the answers here for you. Now please practice it. See you in the next lesson, and thank you.